All right, welcome back to our last lesson of chapter 4. We're going to be talking about perfect cubes, cube roots, and then solving equations uh, that using cube roots, basically. Solving equations of the form x cubed equals p, or any variable cubed equals our number. So, all right, so perfect cubes, that's when we take a number and we multiply it by itself 3 times. And so I'm going to give you to 10. Sorry, I'm concentrating so that I don't miss a number because I've been known to do that. All right, so 1 cubed would be 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1. 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. 3 cubed is 27. 4 cubed is 64. Again, I just like with the perfect squares, I would have this list handy, so you might as well fill out your notes so that this list is right there and you can just look at it to know that like 7 cubed is 343, 8 cubed is 512, 9 cubed is 729, and 10 cubed is 1,000. And I will admit, some of these I have right off the top of my head and I can do them. I can, when I'm working with them more and more, the easier they are for me. Just a second. The more you work with them, the easier it is to remember what the cubes are or the cube roots of those. Now, something I do want to talk about, because when we did perfect squares, and then we talked about square roots, um, our signs became, 2 negatives became a positive, or it didn't matter. 2 positives was a positive, 2 negatives was a positive. The square root would have 2 answers. We're going to talk about cube roots in a second, but I want to talk about how the sign stays when it comes to cubing, right? So our -1 cubed would equal -1. -2 cubed equals -8. -3 cubed equals -27. And the list just keeps going. And the reason is because if I do -2 times -2 times -2, the first 2 is going to become a +4, and then I take that +4 times a -2, and that becomes a -8. And so that's why if you have, and really what it comes down to is if you have odd exponents, negatives will stay negative. If you have even exponents, everything becomes positive because you will pair off all your negatives. All right, let's talk about cube roots. So your symbol for your cube root is our square root symbol with a 3 inside that little checkpoint. And a cube root is the inverse function of cubing numbers. So it undoes a cube. And so when we look, if we do the cube root of 8, we can look at our list before, and 8 is equal to 2 cubed, and so then that is 2. But if we have the cube root of -125, our answer is going to be negative, and 125 is 5 cubed. And so, again, our sign stays. So, at this point, I mean, we didn't talk about it with the perfect squares or the square roots. You can't do a negative square root at this point in your mathematical career. You can do negative cube roots. So, that is it for our introduction to perfect cubes and cube roots. Again, I would make sure you had that perfect cube list just to have it there ready for you as needed. And in the next video, we're going to talk about solving equations.